I was interested in what was happening between Japan and the Philippines.
Hi, I'm Ness Roque, and I graduated from GA in 2022 under Mory Sensei Lab, and I'm currently taking my PhD under the same lab. For my master's research, I was basically focusing on international collaboration in performing arts during the pandemic. And at the time, I was invited to co-direct a performance under the Asian Performing Arts Farm program of the Tokyo Festival. During that time, I had a co-director, Osamu Shikichi, and for a few months, we were working together to develop a performance. And then we invited other artists from Asia to join us, our performers. And during that time, I was doing the performance and also writing about the performance that we were making. And so this also became part of my research, which is basically autoethnographic writing. So my interest in autoethnographic research comes from my experience as an artist. Autoethnographic research or practice-based research, it is an attempt for artists to be able to articulate some of the learnings that we have during the artistic process so that we can contribute to theoretical knowledge. So that's also what I'm doing for my PhD. I was actually interested in taking research because even though I'm an artist, I actually don't just consider myself an artist. When I was in the Philippines, I was also working as an educator, as a teacher, and I'm also part of an interdisciplinary collective. I've always seen myself as this multifaceted being. And in terms of my art practice, I felt like that is something that comes naturally to me as I make artworks. But research was something that I really want to learn how to do properly and in a certain way. And then I realized that I could actually do research about my art practice. That turned out to be a good decision. I chose Mory Sensei's Lab because I'm also interested in cultural studies. My interest in art is not limited to fine arts. I'm also interested in pop culture, all of the other manifestations of our culture, because I knew that Mory Sensei's research involves different things, including punk, which is not just specific to art like fine art. I think some of the things that changed me and the things that I still take with me after I finished my master's was really my knowledge of the different art practices in Japan and in the region. Because even until now, a lot of resources that are available, especially resources in English, are still basically very based on Western artists and Western art practices. But because I went to GA and we had seminars and lectures from artists, educators, curators, dramaturgs, art practitioners who are not from the West, it already means that I was able to see and understand a lot of art practices that are not necessarily from the Western point of view. And I think that has really expanded my perspective on art and also the art that I can do.
A few years ago, there was a lot of collaboration, international collaboration projects happening between Japan and the Philippines. So a lot of artists from Japan were coming to the Philippines, and so I was interested in what was happening.
And now during my PhD, I'm doing an autoethnography of my experience, joining 2 productions recently. One of the productions is an international collaboration between Japan and the Philippines, and I am involved as a dramaturg. Another one is basically a production that's really based in Japan but involving people who come from outside Japan, who are now living in Japan. And I'm an actor, I'm writing about my experiences of being part of these productions and trying to understand what I can learn and what I can share from my experience of being part of these works.